everybody. Welcome back to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 13th of January, 2025. And in this video, we're jumping across the pond because there's something that the Royal Mint is dropping in 2 short days from now that I thought you ought to know about. But before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's a tremendous number, actually. Not sure exactly how tremendous it is, but it's got to be ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. You never know what I'm not going to say. Now, over here to moneymetals.com. Looks like everything is getting beat up from the feet up, except Dr. Copper. Look at that. Gold down $8.65 to $26.94.15. Silver down 36 cents to $30.25. Platinum down $4.30 to $9.78.35. Palladium down $1.65 to $9.82.65. You're looking at it in stock, American Silver Eagle, because the 2025 is not in stock. It's on a 2-week delay. I imagine they won't be seeing any of those until February. Now, there is a premium here of $6.24 for the quantity of 1 through 39. You'll pay $36.48, and the buyback price is $31.49 each. Now, over here to the Royal Mint. Yeah, that's a tremendous cool website. There we go. George Orwell, author, journalist, and critic. And he was a bit of a social justice warrior as well. So this is a commemorative to George Orwell, and the Royal Mint has already done J.R.R. Tolkien. So authors are nothing new to the Royal Mint that they're celebrating right now. So this is kind of amazing. And if you did pick up the J.R.R. Tolkien coin, yeah, it's pretty beautiful, actually. It says here, George Orwell was one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. Active during a time of great societal and cultural change, his plain style of writing, underpinned by originality and wit, resonates with readers of his various works to this day. That's pretty cool. His name is not George Orwell, actually. Orwell famously railed against totalitarianism. Gosh, that's a ugly word, isn't it? Totalitarianism. And abuse of absolute power. Most notably, though, his critically acclaimed novels, Animal Farm, right? Remember that one? Some animals are more equal than others. And 1984. Yeah, that one. Here, we delve into the story of his life, exploring how his experiences shaped his opinions and writing. And I imagine that's probably true for most people. Your experiences make you who you are, right? Personal anecdotes. Now, here he is. He's a child of the British Raj. It says here, born Eric Blair on 25 June 1903 in Motihari, Bengalis. But as you know, he was born British, right? So his parents are British. He's going to be British. And they changed that law in 1983. George Orwell spent his early years as a child of the British Raj, and his father served the British Empire by working as an opium agent in the Indian Civil Service. Wow, that would probably make a great movie. Like many children of the time, Orwell was sent back to the United Kingdom for a traditional upbringing, one that he described as fitting in with the lower upper middle classes. Well, that's a mouthful. No wonder he is a wordsmith, no doubt about it, and which was predominantly overseen by his mother. From a young age, he exhibited a level of intelligence and intellect that earned him a King's Scholarship to Eton College in May of 1917. And I got to tell you, folks, that's pretty incredible to have a high intellect and be a smarty pants. But I got, the one thing about smart people, they get bored quickly. And sometimes they realize what they want before finishing a task or an endeavor that they got into, right? It's like maybe not finishing college, right? So how many billionaires are out there in the world today that didn't finish college, right? Think about that. That's kind of a big deal. Following the familial path. Despite the intellectual capacity, George Orwell didn't apply himself at Eton and ended up dropping out in December of 1921. The following June, he joined the Indian Imperial Police, as was accepted into its Burma, now known as Myanmar, division, stating his reason for joining as having family there. Well, I think that's a good enough reason for me. Family's important, right? Coupled with his father's attachment to the Eastern Empire, his posting was perhaps one of reluctance. I don't want to be there, but my family's there, so I guess I got to be there. And I have family in Southern California who feels the same way. They don't want to live there, but they have family there, so they're not moving. Do you live in a place like that? I used to. Not much is known about Orwell's time in the East, although it did spawn the well-known essays, Hanging and Shooting an Elephant, did I even say that right? As well as his first novel, Burmese Days, 1934. The experience also engendered a deep cynicism towards imperialism. Look at that. A vagrant 5 years. This ought to be interesting. See what's going on here. George Orwell's return to the United Kingdom was precipitated by a medical certificate. There was no defined plan for his next venture, and the next 5 years included teaching at private schools, masquerading as a tramp, and living in Paris. That must have been fun. I mean, I'm not being facetious there. That would probably be cool. An experience that inspired his first published work, Down and Out in Paris and London. That's amazing. The book detailed Orwell's personal experience of living in abject squalor, and before its publication, the writer chose a professional pseudonym, that's his name, that combined the name of reigning British monarch and a local river. There you go. Several productive years followed in which the writer battled a nasty bout of pneumonia. That's awful. Published 2 more novels and married his first wife. Oh, I have a friend named Shaughnessy. That's amazing. Formulating political viewpoints. Here we go. This is where it gets all Animal Farm in 1984, right? George Orwell continued to investigate poverty firsthand, embarking on a tour. I think everybody should have that, probably, that perspective. A little bit of everything, right? Even our leaders, right? Maybe earn minimum wage. George Orwell continued to investigate poverty firsthand, embarking on a tour of the industrial North, and resulted in The Road to Wigan Pier, 1937. The second half of the book contains his unfavorable views of socialism. And that's basically what the Animal Farm was all about, right? It was a knock on socialism. But it is salient to note that his political opinions were not yet fully evolved or formed. The defining experience for Orwell, one that would inform the works that earned him global fame and recognition, was the 6 months he spent as a Republican volunteer in Spain in 1937 during the Spanish Civil War. Receiving a wound to the throat, this director started to rub me the wrong way. The writer was lucky not to have been killed, as a bullet passed his carotid artery. Wow, by mere millimeters. He recovered from the injury, but his experience in Spain fueled his repulsion of totalitarianism. A lot of people change once they have a near-death experience. A lot of people do, right? Can you name one that might be taking office soon? 4 legs, good. 2 legs, bad. That's right. That was one. He said that. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Animal Farm, one of Orwell's best. And we haven't even got to the coins yet. We're just talking about the dude. One of Orwell's best-known works, indeed arguably one of the greatest literary pieces of the 20th century, is a satire of the Soviet Revolution, in which major figures of the regime are caricatured as farmyard animals. He wasn't naive in thinking the piece would be readily accepted by mainstream publishers. Writing A Friend in 1944, it is so not okay politically that I don't feel certain in advance that anyone will publish it. And I think a lot of artists actually feel that way. They feel that their work isn't as good as maybe the public would like it. And they think that they might, well, there's a lot of feelings I think every content creator probably feels that their work is maybe not good enough for the public to like it. But once they just get it out there, bam! Right? It flourishes. You'd be surprised, you artists out there who are a little hesitant about getting stuff out there. Shame on you. Just get it out there. 4 publishers rejected the manuscript, with one initially accepting it, but changing their minds after consulting the Ministry of Information. Boy, doesn't that sound something else? Until eventually, Secker and Warburg published the first edition of the book in 1945. Yeah, have you seen what those are worth on eBay? A very expensive book, right? First edition. Incredible. George Orwell has succeeded in publishing the unpublishable, writing in a proposed preface for the novel, "If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell the people what they do not want to hear." And this is going to be something I'm going to show you here in a second. There's a video on YouTube. I got to show you. It's amazing. So it's beautiful, actually. So Big Brother's watching. That's the theme of the coin. Orwell's final novel was 1984, an immediate international success that satirizes totalitarian political systems and explores the corruption of power. It spawned several, here we go, neologisms, I think that's what it says, that have become part of the mainstream modern language, right? Such as Big Brother, the Thought Police, Doublethink, Newspeak, and is still taught on school curriculums to this day. Yeah, think about words. There's certain subcultures that introduce words into our vernacular, right? That's incredible. So tragically, he didn't enjoy his immense success in 1984. After completing the final draft in 1948, he was transported to Cotswolds nursing home, following a rapid deterioration of his health, resulting a result of tuberculosis. Yeah, that sucks. That's awful. The novel was published June 1949, and the author died at University College Hospital 21 January 1950, just a few months later in 1946. And yes, I do have a stutter. But let's keep on keeping on. This is the totalitarian design. We're going to shop the range here. There's just only, I think, 4 coins. Look at that, though. That is incredible. It's an eyeball, but it's actually a camera. What? Yeah. And it has edge inscription action. Yeah. An Orwellian design. The coin's masterfully crafted reverse design, crafted by artist Henry Gray, incorporates elements of totalitarianism. I hope I'm saying that right, which is central theme in Orwell's writing. We commemorate George Orwell, the hugely talented writer and visionary thinker, on a UK coin for the very first time. And look at this one. Big Brother is watching you. The silver-proof edition of the coin is available in an acrylic block, so it can be proudly displayed for all to observe, whilst the design does the same to you. Oh! Ha ha! Watching you, watching me. Yikes. Yeah, that's, oh boy. Yeah, there they are. That's the range. There's 3 of this brilliant uncirculated. That's clad. A silver-proof here, a silver-proof there, and a gold-proof there. The gold-proof's kind of trippy looking, but I really do like this one here, the silver-proof. It is a limited edition of 4,500. This one's a limited edition of 1984. What? Yeah, pretty cool. And these do come out tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, my bad, at 9 a.m. UK time, right? So that's going to be probably 5 a.m., 4 a.m. our time, seeing how they're 5 hours ahead of us. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's go real quick here. Bam! Yeah, look at that bad boy. That is absolutely stunning. I can't even get over it. It's probably one of my favorite coins from the Royal Mint in quite some time. And I got to say, the packaging is even beautiful as well. Stellar packaging. I really love it. And I would imagine this coin is probably going to win a Coin of the Year award. Not sure which, but I do believe this is going to win a Coin of the Year award. I really believe it. And this one's 1750, all right? Celebrate the life and legacy of George Orwell with a coin that portrays the key themes. Reverse features the inscription, Big Brother's watching you. And then there was truth and there was untruth. Another quote from 1984 serves as the coin's edge inscription. You can just see it just there. Really cool stuff. And this is the one I think I'd really like to pick up. That's the UK 2-pound silver-proof coin, limited edition of 4,500. And it comes with that block. Yeah, that's amazing. And there is a video about the block, and it can show you here. There's like an unboxing of it. And it gets pretty trippy, if you can see there. But yeah, that's the coin, and it comes out in 2 days from now. That's pretty cool. And guess what? Yeah, we're going to go here to eBay real quick, like 2025 UK George Orwell coin. Yeah, one listing, and it's a new listing. So this is fresh off the press. Not many people know about it. Not many flippers are flipping it right about now. But I would imagine because of that, well, there's opportunity out there, folks, I would think. Yeah, look at this. Even this. This is the incredible colors here with the black, the red, and the white, with that, and the people, and I'm watching. That is just haunting. That is just, yeah. If that doesn't make you feel amazing that they've done this, I don't know what. You better have goosebumps, I would think. Now let's go to those plus ones. I've yammered for way too long. All right, this is Proverb 8, 15, and 16. Says here, through me, kings will reign and nobles will decree righteousness. Through me, officials will rule and nobles, all who judge righteously. And I think what that means, if I'm going to wrap my head around it, inspiring themselves with the Bible's wisdom. Remember, I told you the Proverbs and the Psalms are like guidebook to life, and they mean more now than they ever have ever before, right? You know why? Because back then, when it was written, not many people could relate to all the different things that were going on in the book. Now, with the way we get out and about, well, and we know more people, well, we can easily have those experiences that we can relate to in Proverbs and Psalms. Yeah, imagine that. So, kings become righteous sovereigns, leaders manifest leadership, princes gain authority, and judges remain dedicated to truth and justice. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, if you find your Bible handy dandy, you found everything in it that can kind of help you through the day, why not carry it with you? Because let's face it, we don't have the best memories, right? It's probably a good idea. Now let's go here to 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Led Zeppelin, Ramble On, and I think that's what I'm going to do right about now because I've talked for way too long. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker, and I want to thank you all. If I could give you all a big hug and a high five, I would totally do that right about now. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. You are the reason I do this, and I appreciate it, and I really like doing this. So, with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button, and we do like what you hear and see. Sub the channel. It's absolutely free. Stacker out.